the ford between South Uist and Benbecula. Benbecula has to be viewed from the Aire in order to understand its unique landscape. From the Aire too, the meaning of its Gaelic name is made clear: Mountain of the Fords. Benbecula Airport, by the island's main township, Ballabannich. This is the main centre of population in the Uists. There's also an army base here, built in 1970, to house the men servicing the rocket range on South Uist. Much of this amazing region is underwater, which used to make travel between villages a hairy experience on occasion. However, since the first bridge was erected across the South Ford in 1942, much progress has been made. Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, opened the North Ford Causeway in 1960. North Uist, from the top of Abel. Again, this is an island where lochs and fords abound. Loch Maddie, literally Loch of the Dogs. It's named after the two dog-shaped rocks at each side of the entrance to the loch. Loch Maddie is the principal town and port of North Uist. There are beautiful views at the north end of the island, looking across to Bernery. Although close to North Uist, this island was once part of the parish of Harris. But today, a causeway links North Uist and Bernery. Most of Bernery's population live on the southeast side, and sheep farming and fishing are the main industries here. South Harris is one of the most enchanting parts of the Western Isles. Its beaches are famed the world over. This is Scarista Beach. And many songs have been written in praise of the sands here at Luscantire. If the west of South Harris is especially pleasing, the east is rather more formidable in appearance. The famed Scottish poet Norman MacCaig described the rugged, stony terrain perfectly. The narrow bay has a knuckle of houses and a nail of sand, by which the sea hangs grimly to the land. The township of Entaup. It was named Leverborough by a former landlord, the soap baron Lord Leverhulme of Port Sunlight, who tried to make it a centre for the herring fishing industry after the First World War. South Harris and the village of Rodel. On the outskirts of this village is St Clement's Church. It was built in the early 16th century of sandstone imported from the Isle of Mull. It's very distinctive, as you can see, and its stone carvings are beautifully carved and well worth a look. The Isle of Harris is effectively divided into two regions, north and south, and they meet in the middle at the township of Tarbert. East of Tarbert is the island of Scalpy. Its bridge was officially opened by Prime Minister Tony Blair in 1998. The community of Scalpy is a lively and thriving one, based mainly on the southwestern seaboard. There's a measure of crofting land here, but the mainstay of daily life is fishing. h-Eileanan lighthouse was the first and for a long time the only lighthouse in the Western Isles. The original tower was erected in 1788. The Harris Hills have their own beauty to be savoured before we head north to Lewis, the largest island in the Western Isles archipelago. The district of Uig is situated on the west side of Lewis, amid some of the most magnificent scenery to be found in the whole of Scotland. It was here in the sand dunes of Uig that the famous chess pieces known as the Lewis chessmen were discovered. It's believed they were brought to the island in the 12th century, during the period of Viking rule.